Week 14 of the 2024 NFL season is here, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Last week brought us 3 thrilling Thanksgiving Day games, a dramatic Black Friday showdown, and a weekend packed with nail-biting finishes. The Minnesota Vikings and Indianapolis Colts pulled off last-minute victories. The Philadelphia Eagles crushed the Baltimore Ravens with sheer dominance, and the Detroit Lions and Kansas City Chiefs barely escaped defeat. But it's not all good news. The San Francisco 49ers have lost Christian McCaffrey to a posterior cruciate ligament, PCL, injury, and Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence is stuck in concussion protocol. Both teams are now staring down massive questions. Can they survive without their cornerstone players? This week's drama has shaken up the power rankings. Who's climbing the ladder and who's taking a tumble? And there's more. NFL Nation reporters have spotlighted players poised to earn their first ever Pro Bowl nominations. From standout rookies to underrated veterans, it's time to shine a light on those ready to make a splash. Who will rise to the occasion? Let's dive in. In his third year, Joseph has shown as a standout player on a Lions defense that has shown flashes of dominance. At one stretch, Detroit's defense went 12 consecutive quarters without allowing a touchdown, with Joseph contributing significantly to their success through 56 tackles and 10 defended passes. In Week 9 at Lambeau Field, he notched his first career pick six, adding to his league-leading total of 7 interceptions, adapted from Eric Woodyard. Rousseau has delivered an outstanding performance in his 4th season, following the Bills' decision to exercise his 5th-year option earlier this year, leading the team with 6.5 sacks. The 24-year-old defensive lineman ranks 6th in the NFL for pressure percentage, 13.8, is tied for 6th in quarterback hits, 19, and shares the 3rd spot for most tackles for a loss, 15. While the Bills have several strong candidates for recognition, including 4 of their 5 offensive linemen and nickel corner, Taron Johnson, Rousseau's season stands out as truly deserving of acknowledgement. The Chiefs' defense hasn't been as strong as it was last season, but that shouldn't overshadow McDuffie's performance. After stepping into the number 1 cornerback role following a Jarius Sneed's trade to the Titans, McDuffie has met expectations, despite earning first-team All-Pro honors in 2023 for his slot coverage. He surprisingly missed out on a Pro Bowl nod. Now primarily playing on the outside, McDuffie has proven he's more than deserving of the recognition this season. The Eagles brought in Vaughn on a 1-year, $1.6 million contract during the offseason, initially planning to utilize him as a rotational edge rusher and special teams player, a role he previously held with the Saints. However, defensive coordinator Vic Fangio recognized his potential as an inside linebacker. Vaughn secured a starting spot and has exceeded expectations, recording 117 tackles, tied for 4th in the league, 2.5 sacks, 1 interception, and 4 forced fumbles. T.J. Watt may dominate the attention in the Steelers' pass rush, but Herbig is an up-and-coming talent making his mark. Despite dealing with a hamstring injury during his 2nd season, Herbig has been highly effective when healthy. Since returning, he has forced a fumble in 3 straight games. Earlier in the season, he made a significant impact with 2 sacks and a forced fumble against the Chargers, as well as a fumble recovery in a matchup with the Cowboys. Greenard has established himself as one of the NFL's top pass rushers, currently tied for 4th in the league with 10 sacks and ranking 11th with 36 pressures. He has also successfully transitioned from a traditional 4-3 defensive end to an outside linebacker role, which involves dropping into coverage an average of 3 times per game. This adjustment comes while handling a career-high 81.3% of his team's defensive snaps.